my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands up for X and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup in the NFC North between two of the best in the league to do it. It's A.J. Green going up against Antonio Brown. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from Heinz Field. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the back goes into motion. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. All kinds of time. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And what a rise it's been for Antonio Brown. Back in 2010 was a 6th-round pick in the NFL draft, and now this year in virtually every fantasy league, he's the #1 pick.
And I always rely on you for fantasy football information because I know you're fully immersed in that world. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't normally a running back the first guy off the board, and everybody wants this guy now?
Depending on league stats, but yes, they usually go running back first, but not this year.
But let's just give it to Antonio Brown, who has worked himself into not just the #1 guy on the fantasy boards, but maybe the #1 receiver in the entire NFL due to his work ethic, great big playability, and incredible spirit.
He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Roethlisberger goes underneath for Bell. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. In the red zone this time. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his first pass is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And in the backfield out of the starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
Passing, it's Dalton, and he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Bengals getting set to go.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it around.
Throwing, Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Jarvis Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Dalton gives to Bernard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And the grab by Croft. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And now out come the Steelers. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. He's got time in the pocket. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a right side completion here by LaFell. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing, Dalton, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Dalton now to pass. He's got his man, Boyd. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Dalton, 1st and 10, looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't give many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run again with Bernard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got great field position, obviously, to start this drive. Tie game, do you maybe go a little riskier here with that great field position?
I think some guys look at it and say, let's go. Be aggressive, be bold, let's get it downfield right now. Other guys will look at it and say, you know something? I think we're in a position to get 3 points if we don't make any big mistakes. Run our offense, get in that spot, and see if you get the 3, and hopefully maybe even more.
Either way, I bet they're happy to have options. A good run of 6 yards there, gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carlos Dunlap, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive in the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Dalton finding time to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off William Gay. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They send Green to the left on his own. They go back to the air here after the eye. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Arthur Moats coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Dalton hovering near the goal line. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Dalton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Left.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger surveying the field. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
They'll run it with Bell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Ray Malaluga, the linebacker. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he will maneuver. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 180. 58 to the right. 58.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. D'Angelo Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So Dalton now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. All right, here's Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
They probably just want to put this one behind them. Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Looking for someone to throw to. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brandon LaFell, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.